spoke about changing up the gears, taking the revs to 2000 and changing. But when we change down the gears, we look at the speedo. So we're in 5th gear at the moment, doing 80 kilometers an hour. We need to change back to 4th gear at 60 kilometers an hour. So get a speed down to 60. You can take your foot off the accelerator and let the car naturally come down to that speed, or you can apply some brake and get the speed down to 60. Once you're at 60, depress your clutch, hand on the top, back into neutral, 4th gear, and ease your clutch out. Coming back to 3rd gear, foot off the accelerator, getting your speed down to 40 kilometers an hour, still hand on top, clutch in, push forward, clutch out. That's 3rd gear. Still slowing down, foot off the accelerator, applying a little bit of brake, getting your speed down to 20 kilometers an hour. Grip for 2nd gear, clutch in, clutch out. And the last one is to come back to 1st gear. We need to be down to 10 kilometers an hour. At 10 kilometers an hour, clutch in, hand to the side, easing the clutch out. So that's how we change down through the gears. Coming up through gears again from 1st to 2nd, 2000 revs, noticing the hand grip, easing the clutch out once we're in gear. 2000 revs again for 3rd gear, hand on top, easing the clutch out. 3rd gear, 2000 revs, clutch in, pulling straight back for 4th, and we're back up to 50 kilometers an hour for around town. You can change from 4th back to 2nd if you have to come into a corner and you're going too fast. It's a matter of applying the brakes a lot harder, getting the speed down to 20 kilometers an hour, and then changing. So this corner here, we're indicating left, off the accelerator, hard on the brake, getting down to 20, clutch in, and we go straight from 4th out to neutral, changing grip, easing the clutch out, and then turning the corner. So going from 4th back to 2nd in one action is quite acceptable, but you must use the brakes solidly to get your speed down to 20 before you put your clutch in. So once you're comfortable in the seat, your correct hand positions can be thumbs on top at 2 o'clock and one hand at 10 o'clock, or 3 o'clock and 9 o'clock. Either of these positions is acceptable. The 4 things not to do with the steering wheel is to put your hands inside when you turn. Let go of the steering wheel coming out of the corner, crossing up to your elbows, or balling or palming. All these 4 things show poor control of the steering wheel, and you will fail your assessment. A method that I teach, which allows you to maintain good steering wheel control, is what I call patting the cat. So it's a crossing wrist action, one hand over the other, as if you're going to pat a cat or an animal. So putting this into practice on the steering wheel, turning, if we were to turn left, place your hand at 10 o'clock, pull it down to 9, place your left hand at 10, pull it down to 9, and the process continues to give you a smooth cornering action. Once you're midway through the corner and you want to straighten up, release your right hand, and it's a push-pull, or as if you're feeding rope through your hands, action to return to center. The same principle turning right, hand at 1 o'clock, pulling to 2, hand at 1, pulling to 2, and it's this crossing of the wrists which gives you a good positive control of the steering wheel while you turn right. Releasing your left hand this time and slowly feeding the steering wheel back to center. That's the correct way to use the steering wheel, and it's a good way to maintain positive control.